The United Kingdom is facing an unbelievable situation as Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who once promised change and integrity, finds himself entangled in a series of shady deals and mysterious donations. Despite the government's attempts to downplay the controversy, reports of lavish gifts, private favours, and extravagant contributions continue to surface, raising serious questions about the transparency of this leader. Could this be the start of a major political scandal, or is there even more yet to be uncovered? In today's video, we'll be diving deep into the truth behind these scandals and bringing you the latest political updates from the country. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to join our rapidly growing community. Keir Starmer and the blatant bribes. The current Prime Minister of the UK, once hailed as a breath of fresh air in politics, is now being accused of accepting large gifts and donations from donors without transparency. Starmer has received numerous lavish gifts from businessmen and supporters, including a wardrobe collection worth tens of thousands of pounds and expensive glasses, totaling £16,000 for the clothes and £2,485 for the glasses. According to reports, the total value of gifts Starmer has received since taking office has reached £107,500. A prime example is the donation from Lord Back-Alley, a major Labour Party donor, which included a £20 million penthouse in Covent Gardens. Here, Starmer not only enjoyed a luxurious lifestyle, but also used the place as a venue for political meetings, an action that has sparked controversy over its legality and transparency. Moreover, he has benefited from VIP tickets to major events, including £4,000 worth of tickets for a Taylor Swift concert at Wembley. All these actions have not only sparked public outrage, but also caused confusion among those who once supported Starmer with hopes of a transparent and honest leader. The nation's finances are reeling from unreasonable policies. Starmer once promised change when he took office, but instead, he has made financial decisions that have sparked major controversy. Specifically, he prioritised significant wage increases for junior doctors and train drivers, professions with relatively high incomes, with raises of 22% and 15%, respectively, while cutting winter fuel allowances for the elderly. This has not only left low-income workers and the elderly feeling abandoned, but it has also created an imbalance in the national budget. According to experts, these policies have caused a financial black hole of up to £22 billion, a staggering figure that the UK government will have to deal with in the future. Starmer has been criticised not only for how he has treated the working class, but also for the inconsistency between his words and actions. While urging the public to tighten their belts during tough times, he continues to live in luxury, enjoying lavish perks for free. Under Keir Starmer's leadership, the UK seems to be witnessing an unprecedented justice crisis, where the judicial system is being blatantly manipulated and divided. Equality before the law, once a firm pillar of society, is now being distorted to serve the interests of a powerful few, while ordinary citizens and activists bear the heavy consequences. This has sparked not only public outrage, but also harsh condemnation from lawyers and human rights experts, releasing dangerous criminals and harshly punishing peaceful protesters. One of the most shocking decisions under Starmer's administration has been the release of serious criminals, including those involved in violent and drug-related offences, under the guise of humanitarian or social reintegration reasons. Meanwhile, those who simply participate in peaceful protests or speak out online have faced severe punishments, being detained for weeks without trial. The case of Mark Johnson is a glaring example of this injustice. He was arrested for peacefully protesting outside Parliament and detained without trial. In contrast, a notorious drug criminal was released after just 6 months, citing restoration of dignity. This grossly unequal treatment has ignited a powerful wave of anger, revealing that Starmer's judicial system is creating two classes: the powerful who are protected and ordinary citizens left defenseless under the law, the judiciary becoming a tool to protect the elite. There are increasing allegations that Starmer is turning the judiciary into a shield to protect the political and economic elite, ignoring scandals involving wealthy and powerful individuals. A report from The Independent revealed that over the past 2 years, the number of cases involving wealthy businessmen being dismissed or delayed has significantly increased. Meanwhile, ordinary citizens protesting government policies have faced harsh sentences. This exposes a shocking truth. Justice now serves the rich, while the ordinary people are victims of an unjust judicial system. Recently, figures released by the UK Ministry of Justice have also raised concerns about inequality in law enforcement. In 2023, over 70% of the harshest sentences were imposed on minority communities, while the elite easily escape punishment. This has turned the judicial system into a tool of oppression, not only for ordinary citizens but also for vulnerable communities. Top human rights lawyers in the UK have warned that if this trend continues, the nation's democracy and sense of fairness will be severely weakened. The organisation Justice has called this a dangerous act that could cause the collapse of the rule of law. Justice is no longer a symbol of fairness, but has become a weapon of power. Favoritism toward the wealthy and powerful has caused a serious collapse of trust in the legal system. The public feels betrayed, as Starmer's promises of transparency and fairness in the justice system now seem like empty rhetoric. Without timely reforms, the judicial system could trigger an unprecedented crisis of trust in British society. Recent polls from YouGov and Ipsos Mori show that support for Keir Starmer has fallen to a record low. In just the past year, the number of people trusting his leadership has dropped by over 15%, a concerning figure for any politician, especially one leading the Labour Party. Specifically, Starmer's trust rating has decreased from 38% to 23% between January and October 2024, marking the lowest point since he took office. One of the main reasons for this decline in trust is the unclear and contradictory policies he has proposed, which have made it difficult for voters to understand what Starmer's strategy actually is. This is particularly evident in issues related to the economy and immigration, two hot topics that the British public is very concerned about. The inconsistency in his policies often leads him to change his views and strategies to suit the political climate. This has caused voters to feel distrustful of his leadership. For example, on the issue of Brexit, Starmer was initially a strong supporter of remaining in the European Union, but after becoming leader of the Labour Party, he had to change his stance to garner support from both sides. This contradiction has also caused considerable dissatisfaction within the Labour Party itself, as many members feel that Starmer lacks a solid stance and is willing to change his opinions for political gain. Andrew Fisher, a former policy advisor to the Labour Party, once stated on the BBC that Starmer is leading the party down an inconsistent path, and this will only weaken the party. This is also clearly reflected in the issue of immigration. Initially, Starmer promised to tighten immigration policies to protect the interests of the British people, but later he made decisions to open the door for refugees, causing those voters who support stricter immigration policies to feel betrayed. In addition, various political scandals have also contributed significantly to the decline in trust towards Keir Starmer. One prominent incident recently involved accusations that he concealed information about political funding from some dubious organisations. This scandal not only undermined his image in the eyes of the public, but also raised many questions about his transparency and honesty. The answer will only become clear with time, but with what is happening, his political future is clearly hanging in the balance. What do you think about this situation? Does Starmer deserve to continue leading the country? If you have your own opinion, please comment below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share the channel to stay updated with the latest news in politics and the sharpest analyses.